That morning, before the sun was high, I rode toward Corinth with my army. From the hills, the city looked small on the horizon. My soldiers were a long, dark line on the road, with spears and banners in the cold air. I was Alexander, king of Macedon. Many cities obeyed me, many kings feared me. But that day I was not marching to war. I was riding to meet a strange old man. I had heard many stories about him. Every other wise man came to see me. In my halls they bowed, praised me, and called me great. I was used to it. Power was the air I breathed. But this man did not come. He did not bow. He did not care about my name. They said his name was Diogenes. They said he lived in the streets, in a broken jar, like a dog. I wanted to see what kind of man could live like that. We left the noise of the city behind and came to a quiet hillside. There we finally found him. No palace, no guards, no bed. Just a big jar on the ground and a thin body lying in the sun. From far away, he looked like any poor beggar. My soldiers in armor stood in a line, their spears shining in the light. But he did not move. I rode out from the ranks alone. I stepped down from my horse. My cloak and armor cast a long shadow over him. I was used to men standing when I came, to bows, to soft words. I was used to fear and careful faces, but this man stayed on the ground. He did not kneel. He did not turn toward me. His body rested in the sunlight as if I were just a rock in his way. Still, I spoke first. I was the king. I said, "I am Alexander, king of the Macedonians. I can give you anything you want. Ask me for it." For a moment, there was only the sound of the wind. A king was opening his hand to a beggar. I could give him gold, a house, servants, anything. The old man slowly sat up. I still could not see his face, only his shape in the light. Then he said, "Yes, I want one thing. Move. You are blocking my son." My soldiers tensed, hands tightened on spears. No one spoke to me like that. In that moment, my first feeling was anger, but then I began to laugh. I could kill him. I could chain him. I could cover the whole hill with my tents and banners, but I could not buy this man. I stepped aside and let the sunlight fall on him again. I said to my men, if I were not Alexander, I would want to be Diogenes. That day changed me more than any battle. On the battlefield, I saw what power can do. On that hillside, I saw what power cannot touch. My rule needed soldiers, money, and fear. His freedom needed none of these. Later, younger thinkers watched men like him and turned that hard way of life into a road more people could walk. From him and his students came what people later called the Stoics. They taught that real strength is not how many people you can crush, but how much you can control yourself. If I could speak to you across these ages, I would say this: you may never wear armor or lead an army, but you live under other kinds of orders: money, screens, deadlines, the eyes of other people. These are new empires. They push you, pull you, and tell you who you should be. But there is still one place no king, no boss, no crowd can rule. That place is your own mind. Freedom begins there. Not when you control everything outside, but when fear, anger, and the need to please everyone no longer control you. When you choose a little less pretending and a little more truth. When you take one small step toward who you really are. That moment, you hold a kind of power even a king like me may never fully have.